Hello, friends, and welcome into the Michigan Football Report. I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is the Michigan insider, James Yoder. James, we'll get your quick thoughts here. Brandon Peters.
Tom, you see this? You see this? This is the first time I've smiled in like 6 weeks for Michigan football, okay, after these games. I don't know where this coaching staff thinks they were going with John O'Korn, because Brandon Peters, it's been so obvious that he is the quarterback of the present and the future. For weeks' time, I'd go back to the spring game. I'll go back to December of 2015, whenever the heck he committed to Michigan. I don't know when it was, late 2015. Why did they wait so long to get this kid in the game, Tom? Those quarterbacks they've had in, John O'Korn the last 3 or 4 weeks, Wilton Spate prior, we've seen Spate do well, but Brandon Peters looks like an actual Big Ten quarterback. Those, Spate and O'Korn look like crap, right? They look terrible, and Brandon Peters, Tom, he had poise, he had accuracy, he has my trust is what he has.
Yeah. And that brings us to a weigh-in, folks. We want your guys' thoughts. I'm sure we'll get plenty of them. Why did Harbaugh wait so long to play Brandon Peters? Do you have an answer, James?
Tom, I talked to, via the internets, I talked to someone who, it's a guy who claims to have some inside info with the Harbaugh family. I've known him for a while. And he kind of echoed something I read on Rivals.com this week, that it's just that Harbaugh is too stubborn, right? And he's like, he thought O'Korn was the better option, and something's got to change to get him to go off that. I think there was something about Peters' mentality or his mindset as a quarterback. He's not the vocal guy. We've talked about this in the past. And because of that, I think Harbaugh thought he was going to be more of a passive player in the field. But like his coach said, you get him on the field, that red light goes on, Tom, and Brandon Peters can make plays. I am so happy right now. They finally got rid of O'Korn. The John O'Korn era is past us. Let's hope Peters doesn't get hurt and we have to get O'Korn back in the game. But this is Brandon Peters' team. I don't care if Wilton Spate comes back or not. Brandon Peters should be given every opportunity, Tom, because he is a redshirt freshman, 3 full years of eligibility after this, and Harbaugh needs to start thinking for the future, because he's blown an entire season at this point, in my opinion, playing Wilton Spate and John O'Korn as your quarterback.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about Brandon Peters. Folks, keep the comments flowing. Some good and some bad that you noticed from this game from Peters, James. Why don't you break it down? Yeah,
so I was super impressed with him throwing on the run. There were a couple of times that he got flushed out of the pocket, Tom, rolled to the right, and with guys in his face, hit a tight end right on the numbers, less than a yard from the sidelines. His pocket presence, Tom, he looked like a quarterback. I joked to you when he had that one play. It looked like Michael Vick in a Peyton Manning's uniform, number 18. He had presence. He could move in the pocket. He didn't have happy feet like O'Korn had, and touch and accuracy. It's something he threw Michigan-level throws. He threw top 25 quarterback-level throws that we haven't seen this entire season. Now, let's flip over to the bad, Tom. I'm sure you were going there next. So a couple of things that I think you want to work on in practice this week if you're Jim Harbaugh, if you're Michigan's coaching staff. The deep passes to the wide receivers. Tom,
non-existent.
Really non-existent, yeah. So he was throwing it was kind of the John O'Korn versus Purdue package, which I guess scares me a little bit because O'Korn did thrive in that game, but no passes downfield. One time he went deep to Peoples-Jones. He threw it out of bounds over his wrong shoulder. He had that near interception on his first drive in the second quarter that should have been picked off, and luckily it wasn't. The defender wasn't paying attention. It hit him right in the chest. And then there was that play in the fourth quarter, 4th down. He had a man wide open on a
Fry would have been a touchdown
on a flag
if he throws
route.
That
Yeah, he nails him. McCune had 3 or 4 yards on his defender, so that was a bad throw. But you're going to see here on screen, look at this play, Tom. Michigan, I mean, that is a basic throw, I'm sorry, but Michigan's not seen that all year. So I'm so happy to finally see this. Now, this ball was thrown underneath a little bit, but thank gosh Chris Evans can make an adjust to that play. And as we said yesterday, Tom, Chris Evans making a play out of the backfield. Yeah. I've been wondering where Michigan's wide receivers have, receptions have come out of the backfield. They haven't happened this year. Finally, we get a creative play out of the coaching staff to get some running backs.
That was also a really well-designed play. You bunch 3 guys to the right. They all go to the left. Evans comes out in the wheel route. The safety has to follow the 3 receivers. By the time the safety realizes what's going on there, it's too late. Just a tinge underthrown, I guess. But it was good enough. It was in the right area, and it was Evans was able to make the play on the ball.
Yeah, so a lot of good, Tom, some bad, but this is, I guess this is the best I've seen out of the Michigan quarterback look like a true pro-style quarterback. Tom, I guess Wilton Speight a little last year. Maybe Jake Rudock the end of 2015 season, but I'm kind of thinking back to Chad Henne in 2007. You haven't seen a Michigan quarterback look like a Michigan quarterback.
You're very excited right now.
Yeah, I'm excited, Tom, because there's light at the end of the tunnel for Michigan football, frankly. There was no light 24 hours ago.
Yeah.